Welcome to Texas. So that's why I have my cowboy hat today. Circuit of the Americas. It's located about 3.5 hours drive from where I sit right now, just outside Austin. That's the capital of Texas. The track was built in 20. They broke ground 2010, so that's 12 years ago, and it opened 10 years ago here in October this year. Going to be 10-year or 11-year actually anniversary. It has 20 turns. That's a lot. I think we're going to see a time today which going to be in the, I'd say maybe we'll see 207s in the group 2. Probably going to see 206 in the group 1. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not an easy track to drive. It has those kind of, it looks like Magazine Beckett's. We're going to look at it in a moment. Those turns, and it's really, you get really tempted to kind of overdrive in that section. It's 3.4 miles and 5.5 kilometers. All right, so let's look at the standings here. We have Radislav still in the top. He placed P3 last race. Don Queen was P4 last race. And Bruce Hopkins had a win. And Richard McKay, P7, and Olaf was P17. So Radislav have a pretty good grip here on the podium, or the first place on the championship. This is race number 9. We had 12 races in the championship, so we're certainly gonna see quite a fight here. I wanted to look at, actually, because we had Aaron Shannon was P2 last race. He's currently P6 in the championship. So we had a very, very exciting race last time, where we had basically fight to the end, and there was a lot of gains in the pit as well. So that changed up the fight for the podium. So that was super exciting. So that's why I like the pit stops. I always say that. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Also want to thank our sponsors, Syndeo, Sim3D, and we also have a new sponsor there, Castle and Cauldrons. I'm not completely read up on what that is. I know it's a game of some sort, so I'm gonna find out a little bit. But please Google it and see if you can find out what it is. But it's one of our sponsors, and it's one of our members that sponsors. So that's awesome. So for those new to this, we are a group of racers racing ACC on PC. And we are 50 years and older. You can find us on the internet and Facebook and website, eSeniors GT3 Championship. And also connect on Discord so we can get you age verified. We have races all through the weeks, and we have championship races as well. Championship races are through SIMGRID, but again, you have to be age verified before you get the invitation links. I think that's all I had to say right now. Yeah, let's see. I think there's just a minute or so before we're gonna switch over to the actual qualifying. So I'm gonna get over on the game stream. I'm gonna also remove my hat so I can have my headphones on. There we go. All right. Just making sure I have everything that I need in order. All my windows in place. Right now we see on the screen that Delta V, he's one of the new drivers. So we get a couple of new drivers here and there, which is awesome. What a big group. It's eSenior Championship. We're going to see quite a few cars on the track today. I think I'm looking here on my roster, see how many cars are. 24 cars right now on track. That's what we're gonna see. Get us in view mode. Derek, welcome to the stream. I hope you saw the preamble where I had my cowboy hat on. Let me know if audio is where it needs to be. Track sounds and my own jabbering. So after the qualifying, we are gonna have a look at the track. Oh, I see the sponsor image there. It's a little bit unfortunate. Just gonna move that. Oops, I'm messing that up. I'm gonna mute that image for a while. Oh, maybe that works. Yeah, so that's one of our new sponsors. Okay, let's see. We have Gaston Gay here in his BMW. So the favorites, obviously, we're gonna have, we're gonna see Radislav, I'm sure, up in the top together with, Shannon was on the track with me earlier and he looked to have a pretty good pace when we're doing the practice. Okay, little game sound. Yeah, gotcha. All right, I'm pushing the game sound up a bit. See if that works. It's going to be a little bit louder when we go inside or if we do the interior. Yeah, it's really a difficult track this. It took me a very, very long time to get comfortable with this. And you really have to have a good setup on your car. I was playing with the setups yesterday and you really want to have it super pointy. Because you want to be able to get around those corners. So here we come up the very first turn. It's very easy to oversteer like you see on the car in front. Coming down this Maggot and Beckett's inspired section. And you really have to coast in this much more than you think. You want to kind of just push the pedal to the metal, but you can't really do that. And here you really need to glide and hit the right side and then over to the left side to hit that corner. Coming up, be very, very patient. And then left turn, get on the throttle as quick as possible. Terry, welcome. And here's the turn 11. That's up on that grass knoll. That's where I normally sit when I'm there at the race. You get the general admission ticket and you can put your launcher there, which is a really good spot. You see the cars braking into the corner and accelerate out of the corner on this really, really long straight. Coming down here, I'm looking for, there's kind of a Marshall tent on the right, coming up right there, and just a little bit past that, that's when I brake. And here again, you want to be really pointy to get in there and you don't want to get in on the bump. And here you just want to be patient coming around, kind of float around, and again horrible big knobs there on the apex if you get too bad on it. Same here, be patient, roll around, super pointy, get on the throttle. And there we go, coming around. This is a long couple of turns, but you have to be patient and stay with basically the black area there. Here, just throw your left-hander. You don't want to go wide. You get a track penalty. Brake hard, touch the apex, and get on the throttle, and you have completed the lap. So, yeah, it's super hard to master this one. Right now we have Aaron on a 2:08.9, which is not a bad lap at all. Yeah, Terry. Yeah. You got fourth instead of your normal third. Yeah, hi Billy. I don't know if you go back to the intro, I have my cowboy hat on during the intro, so you can watch that later on. Because we are in Texas, my home state and my home track. McKay has the best time right now. He's into the 2:07. So Audi is doing good on this track, I think. Honda also a good tip on this track. Such technical track. Really need to be patient in many areas where you might think that you have to just kill it. It is actually a Stetson. It's a straw hat. Or actually, I think the brand is Resistol. I think that's part of the Stetson. So, well, a little bit of a cliche there, but I don't wear it too often out in the yard when it's hot. Texas summers are brutal. That tower there is interesting. It's almost 300 feet. The COTA tower. I've been up there. They were serving champagne up there. So I just had to go. Let's see what we're doing here. We're into the 207s. Let's see who is on a good lap. Obando in the Ferrari. Get the helicam. He's up 0.6. Where would that put him? That would put him maybe P5. So you see he's off the line there a little bit. You really want to drive after these black marks, because that really describes the racing line on this track really well. It's coming around this. There's a couple of turns here, which is just translate into one big turn. And it's 20 turns on this track, which is a lot. And those big bumps in the corners, if you get wide, you get penalized by that. Here's the last turn. You don't want to go wide there. Those orange sausages gonna get you. And there is Obando, goes into P5. Great run by Obando. He's on a 209.8 or 209.08 rather. Yeah, I've heard Honda could be a good car. Someone mentioned that before. We'll see right now. The Audi of McKay is the fastest. Let's see who else we can look at. Aussie is up a little bit. We have a pit stop in the race. It's 50 minutes, 50 minutes, and a pit stop. So here's this segment. We really have to coast more than you think. It's very easy to overdrive that section, and then you lose a lot of time. Coming up this little hill. Just power out, then you go down the hill. There was one season on Formula 1, it was so bumpy, and I remember Vettel broke his wing just because he was bouncy. Well, Blackhawk 44. I do have a 44 Magnum though. I'm a Clint Eastwood fan, so I had to get his Smith & Wesson Model 29, obviously. It's quite a rarity, kind of collector's item. So built in the 80s. All right, let's see. Let's focus on the race here. Don Queen is up 0.4. That would actually put him in provisional pole. So, the first things I bought when I moved from Sweden to Texas was a revolver and a Cadillac. So I had those things. I wanted the two most American things you could find. All right, Don Queen. Sorry, Don Queen. Running P3 right now, but with this pace, he's actually going to be able to get into provisional pole. Let's follow him along. Let's get in his cockpit. And he is driving the Audi. Here you have to be so patient, and coming in here you want to be tight to that left corner. Swing around. Oh, he's scrubbing his tires a lot, but he's up on time. He's up 0.6. So this would get him well into the 2075. Yeah, right, Billy. That's what I'm telling myself in the mirror. And get on the throttle fast. You don't want to get too wide there. It's a little bumpy. Last turn. Brake hard. Let's get on that. And he's going to take the provisional pole. Went a little bit wide there, but he's still clear on the lap. Yeah, there you go. Don Queen, provisional pole. 2:07.5. That's really fast. That means we're probably going to see well into the 2:06, maybe even 2:05 in the Group 1. My best is 2:0, like a low 2:07. I think 2:07.3 maybe is my best. So yeah, respect. Again, Audi 1-2. So, and then the third car is a Honda. See Peter David, what he can do. So here we come, this little complex of a couple of corners. You want to stay close here, drive kind of the black mark line there. Third gear. Oh, he got a little fat on there, but he wasn't bothered by the... He lost... Oh, well, now he's gaining time again. Now he lost it again. Let's see if he any gains at all. No, marginal. Peter's still in P4. Yeah, I saw you on track yesterday, Billy. Doing quite a few laps. Let's follow someone else here for a little bit. Arthur. It's the BMW. We have a couple of BMWs, but they're right now in the mid-pack. I've seen very fast times from Porsches as well, and on the Group 1 level. Peter David is up. He's gaining, coming up the hill, and then he goes downhill towards turn 11. This is kind of the view you get from my preferred spot on this track. Turn 11. He's coming through there. Get on the throttle. Melvin. Good evening. So David is up 0.3. What would that do? Well, he's kind of behind, so he would need actually to half a second to improve his position. Don placed the P4 last race, P3 the race before that. So if he's getting pace in this race, then he's doing good. Oh, Davis is really gaining now, so now he could probably pinch the P3 if he keeps this up. Shannon in P3. No one else is really improving. Tennant Brothers, 23, 20, P22 to P20, 23, 24, that's what I tried to say. Last turn for Peter Davies, 0.7, 0.6. Oh, he lost a little bit. Oh, he lost a lot in that corner. But he's still... Yeah, well, he didn't improve. We see Britos up in P5 though. That's a good... Radislav, see if he can warm up a little bit. He's 1.4 after the leader. That's a little bit surprising. Lexus might not be the track for him. Yeah, he's not up enough to really do anything. Let's see if we can do the track walk. Let's see if this works. I kind of did my own thing here with the track walk, this video. So I'm coming up the hill, and here's that the big red, the corner one. Really interesting feature. It's quite a rise. It's amazing rise coming up to that corner. And here we're coming into the what I call the Maggots and Beckett's inspired turns. You really have to make sure you don't overdrive this. You coast much more than you think. And here you might want to throw in second gear just to get the turn. Coming around the corner. Just try to keep momentum. Here you want to stay tight, and get on the throttle and hit the apex as you come up that hill. And now we're going downhill towards turn 11, where we're gonna have a pretty wild braking point coming into this, and just want to try to describe a half circle there as much as you can, and then this wonderful straight. And hopefully we're gonna see a lot of racing here, where we're gonna get drag racing down this long straight. It's wonderful. And then hard braking into this turn. So the complex here with turn 12, 13, 14, 15. Just be patient on the throttle, just stay and keep the maximum momentum. And here as well. And you have big bumps if you go wide here to the right there, where I'm just passing. You're going to be penalized. Here we see this amazing tower from above. Like 250 steps or something. Coming into the last couple of turns, and we're just about completed a lap with Circuit of the Americas. Here's the last turn. And coming around this amazing racetrack. Here we go. So we are waiting for the race to start. I'm gonna get ready on my screen. And again, want to thank the sponsors. We have a new sponsor there, the Castle and Cauldrons, one of our drivers that sponsors. All right. Let's get on the game stream. So Don, first P1 preliminary, or actually the actual pole. I'm sorry. So here's this kind of cool, kind of NASCAR inspired livery. Then we have the Golf of McKay. I won't be able to go through all these. I think here's Shannon, P3. P4, Peter David in the Nissan, kind of a rare bird. Britos is up here in P5. I love this track with the McLaren, if you can get this setup right. Here's the Lexus of Vischerek, who is the leader of the championship. Obanda had a good qualifying. Ellis, the Bimmer World. And here comes two of the Porsches, Thomas and Ollie. Then we have Banks and Odette in his green monster. Caston Gay, Canson, Sweden, Caballero, Uruguay. the newer driver Delta in his Mercedes. There we have Jeremy, Sauvage, Stadis, Pereira, and Parks, and Meleski in the BMW, and the two Tennant brothers in the Bentleys rounding up the grid. So here we go. Hey KB, welcome. It's gonna be exciting. Turn 1 gonna be crowded, I know that. See what kind of action we're gonna see. Yeah, Don did a good job in GT4. Let's see what we can do here. Here's the start. Good start by Don. Tried to tuck himself in front of Don Queen. I'm sorry, in front of McKay. Shannon is losing a little grip there. Just try to pan back. What's happening? Seemed to have been a pretty good start. So Don got away really well. Peter David running P3 right now in his Nissan, and then we have McKay chasing him. Britos sits in P5. Vishrek P6. So this little kind of top 10 here are all fast drivers. That's probably qualified a little bit lower than I expected. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, you're right. We certainly gonna see people going into Group 1 after this season. So Vishrek managed to pass Obando. Couple of cars racing here. Ellis on the inside. Gonna do an attack maybe on Obando. Yes, oh, that's unfortunate. Kansun gets involved. That was very unfortunate. See how we're doing back here. So the cars haven't really starting to stretch out yet. So Don is disappearing. Peter David and McKay, so those are the top 4. Gonna see when they come in and complete the lap how everything shakes out. Oh, something happened there. Several contacts. Looks like Tennant Castonguay got involved. Trying just to pan around and see. This is a little cluster of cars here that's kind of banging doors. This is DV. Looks like Statis got the inside line for him. Good pass of Statis. Meleski was passing Parks, I believe, further back. So Statis, I expect to see him up the field. Vishrek up in P6. No one in the pits yet because of damage. I think it's more been door-to-door action. Something happened back here with Parks. So Vishrek have reached Britos. I think we're gonna see Vishrek running up the leaderboard here pretty quickly. It's very strange. I can't change the volume in my headphones. Now AJ, you are a Group 1 driver, don't be silly. Don't judge that on one track, dude. Let's see who is currently up. I'm looking here. Camson up 4 positions, Sauvage up 6 positions from start, Ferreira up 5. So 2 laps have been completed. McKay is chasing Peter David for P3. McKay has not been on the podium since his since the first race, I'd say. Richard McKay. So that's certainly what he's doing. He's trying to get to P3. So he drives the Audi, and I think we've kind of deducted that the Audi is the good car here. Gonna keep an eye on these guys. See if you want to see some specific driver, let me know. Cars start to stretch out a little bit. We have this little fight here for the podium 3rd place. Then we have Vishrek is trying to capture Daniel Britos. See what else we have. Here we have a little cluster of cars. We have Kansund chasing Odette. Further back we have Ellis on Sauvage. Keeping eye on all these guys. Also here is a little cluster here with Jeremy Robas and DV in his Mercedes. Good looking livery on that one. Euro Trucks. Is that a game? Is it those cross-country trucks you drive around? Alright, so Vishrek is starting to get inroads on Britos. Drafting him, coming up the hill. See if he's going to dive on the inside. No. I think he's biding his time. Well, maybe. No. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Appreciate it. So we get the algorithms on our side. So behind Bishik, where Thomas is coming there. Oh, McKay went off. What happened? Let's go back. He oversteered. Came in too hot into the... Oh, he almost collected. Making good decisions there, doing a safe return. Good job there. Kansund on Odette. Looks a little bit on the inside. Oh, behind we have Banks. Oversteering. Sliding out. Comes back on track. There's plenty of runoff on this track. So Vishrek past Britos now. See if I can get that one. Oh, he's going on the inside. It's a nice move. Very opportunistic if you can brake. Yeah, that's what he did. So good job there. Queen is now 4.6 seconds ahead of Shannon. So quite a drive there. Peter David in P3. But Britos is not letting go. Current track is 24 in ambient and 32 on track. 24, 32. It's the same temperature on the qualifying. So I basically running the same temps or same tire pressures, both qualifying and race. So I don't think it's gonna really fluctuate in anything, but right now it's 24:32. So McLaren is doing well. I've been very comfortable in the McLaren, so Britos is really challenging now. Coming up on Vizierek. This is the closest battle right now. Thomas is sitting there behind too. Oh, and also Peter David, here we go. He's up on the straight. Nissan have some pace. Thomas just passed Britos. Yeah, like I mentioned before, I fiddle a lot with my my setup, and I really needed the car to be as pointy as possible on these all these turns here. It's just unbelievable. So really work on that if you want to have a successful ride here. So Thomas still chasing Britos in his white Porsche. Porsche seems to be pretty strong here too. I've seen really amazing times from other drivers in a Porsche here. Oh, McKay is lurking in the background. Yellow flag on one of the Tennant brothers for the back. Yeah, DV. Delta V, I don't know exactly what his name is, but he's one of the newer drivers. Running in P16 right now. This is an interesting fight here. Britos is not letting go here from Vizierek. Vizierek is one of the top... oh! That wasn't good. Let's see if he can come back without... problems. Oh, and then we also see McKay is sliding in front of him. And now this gives Bando an opportunity. See what he's gonna do. Yeah, that's what I've seen. The Porsche is unbelievable. It's a lot of fun, these tracks. Don't discount being part of it. So. Bando is racing, a little drag race here. This is a good spot to overtake. He's looking on the inside. Oh, he goes wide there. Britos. Is that an opportunity for Bando? Wow, he's coming back in front of him. Bando looks on the inside. Is he gonna do it? Now he has a tight right-hander or left-hander, so that's a good move. That's beautiful. You have the traction. Good move by Bando. Very nice driving. Tennant is... It's a yellow on Tennant. Struggling a little bit in that big boat. I think we're gonna see more of this Britos Bando fight. So it's a 50-minute race, and we're gonna have a pit stop. That's gonna open just 1.5 minutes or so. Let's see, what else do we have? Here we have Jeremy and DV. This Mercedes looks good. It's the only Mercedes we see on track. I don't think there are too many that drives that in this series. I was here on the opening Formula 1 race for on this track, the very first race they had, and They had so severely underdimensioning the food situation. They had like food trucks, and it wasn't enough at all. But since they have improved that dramatically, so now there is so much stuff to eat, so it's unbelievable. Okay, McKay is trying to recover. He goes on the inside, but he gets a weird angle, so he can't really capitalize. It's a good place to pass there, but you really have to. You can't have such a narrow line because it's such a miss. That turn is very, very tight. Epilepsy warning. Hey, I have a new thing. If Timmy starts to bark, see if you can hear this. Timmy! There's a little Timmy sound. Did you hear that at all? Timmy! Yeah, maybe a little bit. If Timmy starts to bark, gets on there. So I have that little Timmy sound on there. Yeah, his Timmy is very quiet today, I have to say. Car's really spreading out. Lee Ellis goes into the pits. I don't know if he had a damage. Yeah, he has a little damage. Maybe that's why he went in early. So Britos has not given up. He's chasing a bundle like crazy. Let's look at the DV a little bit again. I really dig that Mercedes. I've been trying to drive that one myself, but it's just such a low, kind of low energy. I like cars that really scream when you drive them. It's yeah, Timmy got dizzy. Had to go to bed. Yeah, so we have this one, Britos on Obando, and then in front of them we have McKay. So Don Quinn is now 10 seconds ahead of Shannon. He's lapping about a second faster. His last was 2:08.6, his best was 2:07.9, so that's kind of his qualifying time almost. The qualifying time today we had was 2:07.5, I believe. So I think we're gonna see maybe Mr. Moses do a 2:05 today. Do you think we're gonna see that? Possibly. Later on today in the Group 1 split. Alright, so please, people start to spread out a little bit. Here's the other McLaren. We have 4 McLarens on track today. This is one of them, Caballero from Uruguay, chasing DV up the hill. Also good spot to overtake. It's easy for people to go wide there, and you can have an opportunity. Oh, Obando. What happened there? Is that an oversteer? Oh, he adjusted a little bit just before the corner, and he went on those sausages. They are a killer. I think he managed to get back without any big problems. Now we have the Porsche Ferreira behind. The Porsches, though, in this group split here hasn't really performed. Thomas is the Porsche that's further most up the standing here. Let's give Frederick Tennant some love here. He's chasing Maleski in the big old Bentley. I think Frederick Tennant is... I think he dropped out actually. So we wish him all the best. Hopefully there's no health situations that's been aggravating. Yeah, consistency on this track is hard. Really starting to spread out. 10.7 now between Shannon and Don. It's going to be really interesting as we get into the pit window when people are actually going to start to pit here. There's probably another 5 minutes, kind of halfway in. That's when we're going to see some pit action, see if there would be some change. Don has a lot of cushion, so he can really screw up his pit stop if he wants. Peter David is 3.5 behind Shannon, so you know, depending on how it goes for Shannon, there might be an opportunity there. Also, we have Radislav lurking behind. However, he's not really lapping that fast. His last was 2:10. So it was about pace with Peter David. I'm gonna put my tracker on these guys. Yeah, Nikos, I hope you talk about me being the pit stop master, because I think I am. Oh, there's McKay goes a little bit looking on the inside. Try to distract. Forcing a mistake, maybe. Very close racing. Let's get into his cockpit here. McKay. Follow him a little bit for this lap. Bishik. Bishik goes into the pits. See if he can get an early advantage. McKay is really pushing. I think he's the fastest driver right now. Between these two guys we're looking at. These two guys are in 208, mid 208s as their best laps. They've been fighting most of the last couple of laps here. We're 10 laps into the race. 27 minutes left. Coming up the hill. Be very careful. And on the throttle. Coming down to turn 11. The grassy knoll where I sit when I'm there in my lawn chair. Great spot to watch. Just general admission, 3-day pass. Great spot. Don Quinn still have the fastest lap, 2:07.9. Let's see if McKay gonna make a move on the inside here maybe. Yeah, there it is. See if I can keep it. Has a better line this time. See if it sticks. Yep, there we go. Yeah, Don is flying. Last was 2:08.9 though, so it's not that super fast. Not the fastest on track right now. Oh, drive-through, Obando. Oh, unfortunate. He had such a good qualifying and good pace. What up the fighting, and now that's completely out the window. Yeah, you have to be really careful here. That 50 meter comes really quick, or 50 kilometers as you drive into the pits comes pretty quick. So it's wise to practice the pit stops for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the times that people spend in the pit stop. It looks like a good pit stop would be 1 minute and 10 in total, right? The pit delta. That's if you stopped 30 seconds. Best pit stop so far is by Statis. He had a 1:12 with a 32 stop time. Couple of guys in the pits right now. The leaders are still out there. Just gonna look around a little bit, some of the other cars. Yeah, a couple of track limits. I mean, certainly in that twisty bit you go through, it's very easy to get it wrong and hit the track sensors there, if you will. Oh, see, however, Peter David is speeding up, getting good pace. Starting to threaten Shannon. Maybe Shannon needs to get in for tires, so maybe this will force him to get in. We'll see. Less than 25 minutes, so we're past halftime. Yeah, look at that. Looks like Shannon is not really having the traction he's used to. Let's see how they're doing through the twisty bit. Oh, that's very close. He has to brake there, David, and lost all his tempo. Yeah, so here you can really get the track penalty. You really have to be careful. Yeah, looking back here, Peter David, what was his previous results? He hasn't had any podium. Last race was P15. Before that, he was P4. So he's doing really well here. So Don Quinn is in the pits. Let's see what that will do for him. Yeah, I think it's just to stay with the car, you know, that you... I've been driving McLaren for years, you know, I don't want to jump between cars because then you just have a learning curve. So, and for Peter David, it really looks like he's found a good car for him, so I hope he stays. It's a lot of cars in the pits right now. Don gonna come out without any problems at all. Gonna see how he did in his pit stop. Yeah, he did a 1:13. That's good. Odette in his BMW, he did the best so far, 1:11 pit stop. Oh, I lost my leaderboard. Very weird. Let's see. What happened? Here we go. Alright, getting my leaderboard up again. And Britos chasing Mr. Odette that had a really good pit stop though. Pereira and Canson. So now we have Shannon and Peter David that goes into the pits. See how everything shakes out after the pits. Don't forget you can look at the pit wall on our let me put that on actually. kind of live timing that you can look at. We also have the Twitch stream on there. So Peter David is out of the pits. So Don Queen, Shannon and Peter David and Vishrek. First, the top 4. So Ollie stays out the longest. I think he normally does that. Peter David really want to harvest some time here. On Shannon, get up to secure a P2. I'm gonna look at what they did. So Peter David and Shannon. So they were about the same, 116, 117. Don 113 in the pit. So Don was 3-4 seconds faster than these guys in the pit. Donny Britos is about to pass Odette. He's going to do inside. Yeah, there he comes. See if he has the traction. No, he doesn't. That's kind of borderline there. He went out. Yes, I actually got an advantage out of that, so I won't make any comments on that, but more than that. See if Odette can get back to position. Yeah, I think actually Britos gave back to position. So that was very well done. He went outside track and he got an advantage, so Savage catching up with Britos. Ollie is in the pits. I'm looking forward to a fight here to the end between Peter David and Shannon. If Peter David can get up to his pace. Wow, yeah, that's serious, Mr. Moses. I guess with all these tight corners, you want to make sure you have traction. Let's see who we have fighting. We have Kansund running in the P13. So now when we have completed the pit stops, everyone except for Banks, we can see that Statis and Ferreira, they are up 8 positions, Sauvage up 9 positions. So that's a pretty amazing achievement. While Obando is fortunately, he's down 12 positions, so he had a really tough race. And Sauvage is looking to get another position, but Britos is really chasing Odette. This is the closest racing on track right now. Don Queen is now 20 seconds ahead of Shannon. And Vishrek is 5 seconds behind Peter David, so this was not really what Vishrek wanted to accomplish this race, I'm sure. Vishrek had kind of a downward trend here the last couple of races. Last race he was 3rd, then he was 2nd before that, and 1st before that. So, but this track is not for everyone. It's hard. best or the fastest lap is still on Don Queen, 2:07.9. The other guys are lapping, so he's lapping in the 2:08.5. So it looks like the top is lapping in the 2:08s or 2:09s. Odette just did his fastest lap, 2:09.7. We have some cars that are seeing better, starting to post their best lap times here in the second half of the race after they've done their pit stops. Derek. Yeah, 7 times more than you changed TC all season. Yeah, I tend to not touch the TC either. I mean, I have enough to think about coming into a corner. But if you've seen the Formula 1 racers, what they do on their wheel, unbelievable, change the brake balance and all that. So these 3 cars here, that's the closest on track right now. When we look at that, I'm going to start to work on my my podium graphic. I don't know if it's too easy to or too soon to do that, but I think Don Queen, he's pretty sure on this first place there. Oh, here comes Britos. He looks on the inside. No, he's not going for it. Jump ahead. It's Thomas. He's chasing the Audi of McKay. The Audi looks good there in those Goff colors. So this would be Shannon's second P2 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was P2 last race. Can maintain that. Right now it looks like that. Peter David 2.5. He's not really reaching. It's Peter David. He's not really reaching Shannon. He's not doing any inroads. And Vishek is not really gaining anything either. They were very similar lap times, pace. Here's Thomas really getting to know McKay up close and personal. And he's really about setting up, getting close. They'll hopefully pass on the start straight. Through last corner. Maximize the pace out there. Don't go wide. These bumps are painful. Here we have another group of cars. I think we had the lapped car there, yeah. Good job. Living room. Oh, Britos went on the bump there in the corner. Oh, look at that. Let's look at that one. I think that was a good pass. McKay went wide. He lost it in that corner. Opportunity for Thomas to take that spot. Great driving. McKay is not letting go though. Let's go back to these guys. Britos have had a lot of screen time. He has had a lot of action going on inside. Looking at the inside. So that made Sauvage come up on him. I don't know if that was a mistake or what he was trying to do. Oh, he goes on the inside here for just protecting the line, I guess. Comes back again. 10 minutes left, just about. Jump back here real quick. Cancel on the Ferreira. Keeping an eye on the other things on track. Cancel in P13, fighting for P12. We're getting points deep into the leaderboard, so any position will get points basically. And also the worst result is cancelled automatically. So this is race number 9 out of 12. So we almost, well, here comes Kamsan on the inside. Let's see. Late braking into this turn. It's easy to go wide. Managed. It sticks. A little door to door there, I think. Oh, Ferreira is coming back. But the BMW is closing the door. So we can maintain this. Looks like it. Good move there by Kansund up to P12. Next for him would be Statis, 2.5 seconds ahead of him. We have just about 8 minutes left. See if Thomas can do something. McKay fighting for P5. Looks like Don is very comfortable. 2:08.3 was his last. He's a little bit faster than Shannon. Shannon is 22 seconds behind, so this is really Don's track. Unbelievable. Peter David is 1.4 behind Shannon, so maybe Peter David will do something here in the very end. Who knows? Let's see if we can catch Arobas. Something happened here. Oh, he went on the bump and then went on those bumps too, so that gave Caballero the opportunity. Alright, that explains that situation. Let's go back to Thomas. Yeah, so Peter David, let's look at Peter David a little bit. He's starting to catch Shannon, but it's a little late. Let's see what he's lapping faster. Last lap, Shannon seemed to have problems. He had a disqualified lap, or so Peter David actually had, I'm sure. Oh, Daniel Britos goes into the pits. Interesting. Oh, here comes Peter David. This might be a race to the end. 7 minutes left. Drive through on Britos. Ouch. Unfortunate for Britos. I'm gonna follow this one though. See if this is the fight for P2. Shannon was P2 last race. And I know Peter David wants to be P2. It was P15. This would be his best result in the series so far. If I mean, even the P3 would be for Peter David. So, but if he can clinch the P2. Very nice driving here by Mr. Peter David. Shannon. Gonna see what Shannon has been doing on times. He's been running in the 208, 209, and the 209. So maybe he has a. Oh no! Peter is oversteering. Ouch, and he ends up in the wall. He has to back out. How's that gonna go? Let's go to Vishrek. Is Vishrek gonna catch him? Oh, how unfortunate. Peter David comes back on track in P4, but McKay comes behind him. Oh, how unfortunate. Ah, poor Peter. He was pushing too hard. Very unfortunate. So that puts Vishrek on the podium. Yeah, Frank. How you doing there, Frank? I saw you dropped out, so you had a rough race. Thomas tried to make something happen with McKay. Tried to get maybe a P5 out of this. Yeah, I was rooting for Peter. Yeah, Peter David had 2 other P4s, so podium would have been great for Peter. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Frank. Yeah, this is really a track you need to be in top form for. I think I've done 215 laps on this total. Still not really mastering it, but doing better. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's such a gentleman, and he's funny, and yeah, he's a treasure. This is fight for the P5. P5, P6. Let's see, Caston Gay is chasing Jeremy down in P17. Give them a little screen time. Oh, here's Thomas getting very close. Is he gonna do an inside? Let's see. No, he seems firmly planted behind. 3 minutes. Oh, Britos is yellow flag. Let's follow this, see what Thomas is doing. He's gonna catch the Audi. If someone catching this for the first time, we are eSeniors. It's a group of racers on ACC on PC, 50 years and older, and you can join us. We have a couple of championships, but we also have open races during the week. You can enjoy just hanging out and race. Connect with us on Facebook and on the internet. Search for eSeniors GT3 World Championships. You can find us on Discord and on SIMGRID. Connect with us and get age verified, and you can race with us. So it's a great group of people. Peter David coming up on Vishrek. Look at that, what a... Oh, he's really fighting, he want to push here on the inside. It's really stressing big Vishrek here, so this is going to be interesting. This can be a fight to the very end here for the P3. Oh, it's 1.5 minutes left, we don't have too many laps left. Goes a little wide. And Vishrek and Shannon and Dawn, they are pretty well separated. This is the fight for P3. Also have the 2 McKay and Thomas behind there. having their own battle. Yeah, I'm gonna follow these guys. I know Don gonna come into his last lap. I want to see what happens here. In the last race, actually, Vishrek lost the position because he did a mistake in the very, very last lap. It's going gingerly through there. Oh, McKay. Yellow flag on McKay. Went off back there in the corner. You see the smoke of dirt. Oh, Peter David is pushing. Oh, Vishrek is very awkward into that corner. It's going to be going inside. Oh, it's very, very close. Look at that. Don gonna, yeah, I think this is, Don is going over the checkered flag. Sorry I missed that, but I really want to follow this. Fight for the P3, if Peter David can do some things. Vishrek maybe do a mistake in the very last corners, you never know. Shannon in P3 goes over the line right there. And here we are coming around and Peter David goes very wide, and I think that's where we can call this, where Vishrek in P3. Yeah, well done. Good race. Unfortunate for our favorite there, Peter David. I really would love to see him. So, yeah, there you have it. That's the race, guys. Let's get into the interview. I'm gonna catch the guys. Also gonna get the podium. Okay, there's the podium. And now I'm gonna see if I can get some of the guys. I know Vishrek is not on the mic normally, so it's gonna be Mr. Queen and Mr. Aaron Shannon. All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right, exciting race. It's my my home track in my home state, so I'm excited to have you here. So congratulations, Mr. Shannon. You did a P2 here, and there was quite a fight behind you. I don't know if you really recorded that, but this is your second P2 in a row, so.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
So yeah, you were comfortable through the whole race. Any surprises or any challenges?
Oh, I don't know. I might have looked like a duck, but you know, and calm on the top. But I was just sawing away at the wheel. I just had a rough time keeping it, the traction, especially through all the S's. You know, just it was bouncing me around, and with Peter on my back the whole time. You know, that didn't make it easy looking in my mirrors, but made it through. Persevered.
Yeah, I felt bad for Peter that he didn't get the P3 there. He oversteered kind of in the end, and it was kind of a self-inflicted. But Mr. Queen, you are not only the queen but also the king of this race.
Oh, thank you. I got a secret with this track. I've probably got about 1,000 laps here over the years in different F1 games going back to about 2017. So yeah, this new track pack wasn't my first introduction to this track by a long shot.
Yeah, that's true, because it's such a different track too. So it really takes a long time. I've done over 200 laps here, and I'm still
It's got a
finding new
really,
things.
really, really technical third sector to it that has to be driven a particular way in order to get through it fast.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen on the Group 1 as well.
Yeah.
Going to see some amazing times here. But I mean, your qualifying time was really good. So and then you never looked back, Don. I mean,
Yeah,
this was your race.
I got a couple of sevens this week, 7.9, 7.8s. That was the first 5 I'd gotten. I did get a 9 in the race I saw. But yeah, I had some really good consistent laps in both stints.
Yeah, it's a good race. All right, I'm gonna get ready for my race.
Good luck.
And
good luck.
I appreciate you guys racing with us in Group 2, and we'll see you next time. So I'm gonna reload here.
Thanks.
So thank you for watching. If you're watching the stream and don't know about eSeniors, look us up on online, and you can also find us on Discord, SIMGRID, and just connect with us and you get age verified. We have races all through the week, just fun races, you can hang out, and then we have championship races as well. This was race number 9 out of 12 series, so we're going to start a new season for the summer here in a while. So check us out for the next split, which is Group 1, which starts 1:30 US local time. So hope to see you then. I'm going to be racing, so see you then. Bye-bye.